Hello and welcome to the Yuletide edition of our compilation of trending stories on your most authoritative online news portal, YEN.com.gh. I am Philip Abutiati. In this special edition dubbed Review 2018, I'm going to bring you headlines and top stories that got Ghanaians talking in the year 2018. But first, do subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we begin on a sad note because popular dancehall artist Ebony died in a gruesome accident in February. Her death came after she and two others she was traveling in a jeep with from Sunyani collided heads-on with a VIP bus heading from Sunyani to Kumasi. Her death brought tears into the eyes of many Ghanaians. Now let's stay a bit longer on entertainment because dancehall musician Charles Ni Ama Mensah, known popularly as Shatta Wale, threatened to burn down some churches in December. If you recall, he said he will mass up a gang from his Shatta movement, the name of his fan base, and light up the churches if he's still alive by the end of the year. This was after a Kumasi-based prophet, E.K. Mensah, of the Christ Vision Prayer Ministry allegedly revealed to his followers that Shatta Wale has been marked to kick the bucket by December if he does not repent from his sinful ways. Now, still in the Ghana music industry, we witnessed some drama when artists decided to throw jabs at each other. It started with Shatta Wale, then hip-hop artist Kwao Kese and Sarkodie later joined the train. In a freestyle titled My Advice, Sarkodie belittled Shatta Wale over his boisterous attitude and constant brag about his wealth and reckless jabs at fellow musicians. In October, Shatta Wale paused halfway through his performance during the Rain album concert to respond to Sarkodie's aluminium jab in My Advice. In the end, the internet adjudged Sarkodie as the winner of the beef. Now, away from the drama but still on the music industry, Patapa also made headlines barely a week after losing out on the Song of the Year award at the 2018 Vodafone Ghana Music Award. The Swedru-based artist finally wore a smile when his One Corner song was adjudged the most popular song in Ghana at the 2018 edition of the Music, Magic and Comedy Live concert, which was held at the National Theatre. The song was also later adjudged DJ Song of the Year at the 2018 DJ Awards. Now, away from show business, we delve into the period that witnessed a spate of police brutalities. It will be recalled that a video showing a Ghanaian policeman beating up a nursing mother in a banking hall went viral on social media, drawing condemnation and outrage from many Ghanaians. In the said video, the police officer was armed with an assault rifle and was seen striking the defenseless woman who was holding her baby multiple times. Now, Midland Savings and Loans Company, on whose premises the incident occurred, came out to condemn the act and later compensated the woman with a 2-bedroom house. In business, the Bank of Ghana in August announced the creation of Consolidated Bank Ghana Limited. This was after 5 struggling indigenous banks ran into serious liquidity challenges and were taken over. The banks included Sovereign Bank, Royal Bank, the Beige Bank, Construction Bank and Unibank. Government in turn made 450 million Ghana cedis available for the Consolidated Bank as starting capital and named Daniel Addo as its CEO. Another story that shook the country was the decision by the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) to close down gold investment firm Men's Gold on suspicion of malfeasance. Prior to the shutdown, there had existed certain areas of misunderstanding in the operations of the firm, with the Bank of Ghana warning Ghanaians against patronizing the office of the company. In fact, many are still battling to recover from the aftermath of this particular shutdown. In politics, President Akufo-Addo sacked the Electoral Commissioner Charlotte Osei together with her 2 deputies. The decision for the dismissal followed allegation of corruption filed against Ms. Osei at the Supreme Court, and there were claims that Nana Akufo-Addo handed Charlotte the dismissal letter after meeting her secretly at the presidency. Then to another sad story where Ghana's illustrious son, international diplomat and former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan died. The global statesman died in Switzerland after a short illness at the age of 80 and was later given a state burial. In November, residents of Medina Adenta embarked on a demonstration as part of measures to mount pressure on governments to complete footbridges on the Adenta-Medina highway. The abandoned footbridges, coupled with other challenges, increased the spate of fatalities on the road. Now, the situation came to a head when a young student of the West African Senior High School became a victim. This triggered angry protests by residents who bent car tires and demonstrated violently. And in reaction, government has started works on the abandoned footbridges. Now, the controversies continued as President Akufo-Addo finally unveiled the architectural design for construction of the controversial National Cathedral at a short ceremony in Accra. According to reports, the march talked about National Cathedral will house impressive chapels, baptistry, and a 5,000 capacity auditorium, among others. Government has justified the move, which has received mixed reaction from the public, stressing that it would be built to the glory of God. Also in the year 2018, Ghana made headlines on most news portals, both domestic and international. This was when Dubai carrier Emirates scheduled a one-off flight of its much famous Airbus A380 flight to Accra. The Airbus, which is the biggest ever passenger airline, can carry between 525 and 853 people, depending on class configuration. It was flown by a Ghanaian pilot known as Captain Solomon Koino to Accra. Somewhere in the middle of the year, former Vice President Pakwesi Misa Atta also kicked the bucket. He died at age 67, and according to reports, he died as a result of a heart attack after visiting the gym one morning. Then in education, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, KNUST, was shut down after violent protest by students. The protest was against school authorities over what students described as unfair treatment and oppression. It took the effort of several agencies, including the Regional Security Council, RECSEC, the Ministry of Education, and Chancellor of the school, Ashantihin Otunfo Osei Tutu, to calm the situation and for normalcy to return to the school after weeks. In football, former president of the Ghana Football Association, Kwesi Nyantakyi, became the talk of the day when he was caught in an explosive investigative piece by AIDS journalist Anas Arimiyao Anas, titled Number 12, When Misconduct and Greed Become the Norm. It was undertaken by Anas and his Tiger IPI and exposed the rot in the football game across Africa. The documentary elicited a barrage of varied reactions and sent shockwaves across the nation. This has been the Yuletide edition of our compilation of trending stories on YEN.com.gh. My name is Philip Abutiati. Until I come your way again in 2019 with a more exciting package, do have a very Merry Christmas, and also do follow us on our various social media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube channel.